Hey, how's it going, everyone? So we're going to go ahead and do a rig walk around. This is my 2021 ZR2 Chevy Colorado. So we're going to be going ahead and covering some of the applications like the ditch lights here, some of the cosmetic applications like the 3D American flag stickers here. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover on briefly how I installed my rail light and my fog lights up here, because I've gotten a lot of questions on how to do that. And then we'll go ahead and do a full overview of the ZR2. So let's go ahead and jump into this, and this is Limitless Overland. So everyone's been asking me to do a rig walk around. So here is my Chevy Colorado ZR2. It's a 2021. And you can notice a few things, like I have a light bar right here installed on the front. Got some fog lights. Got the ditch lights up here. I have a Cali raised LED light bar that's coming in. Should be here about next week. Got the Prinsu rack installed up here. Just did that last Friday. And then along with the Vault Pelican case. Get a little close up right there. So you can get that case on Amazon. They're not too expensive. I got mine on Prime Day. It was $150. Right now I think they're $200. So not nearly as expensive as the other cases. Only downfall is it does not have the hydraulic struts on there. Definitely would have liked that, but something I can go ahead and add on myself for a much less price tag. Going to the rear right here, you can see I have a CBI bed rack. So this is the 5'2" bed, fits perfectly. It's pretty sturdy. You can see here, I can go ahead and shake it. It doesn't budge, but it rocks the whole entire vehicle. Got some rear ditch lights on the back. So these rear mounted lights, I went ahead and wired these lights up and straight through. And then coming to this side, they go through and then under, and then they go underneath the cab up to my, under my hood, where I have a panel switch rigged up. So you got 2 gallons of water from Roto Packs, along with a 1.75 gasoline Roto Pack. Do definitely want to start carrying a little bit more than 1.75 gasoline. I think I might add that up there on the other side, maybe additional water as well. Or possibly just mount my tracks right here. I got these traction boards. Might actually take these traction boards and mount those, and then just do another longer Roto Pack here. So you can see I have a just simple little decal, little 3D American flag decal. I was in the Marine Corps, so figured it'd be kind of nice to have something to represent. Also got these wind deflectors. Got these off Amazon, pretty inexpensive. I will try to find the link and I'll post in the captions below. And sorry for the mess in here, it's a little bit messy. So here's my aux beam panel that I have. So each one, they give you a bunch of stickers. You pretty much slap it on there and you go from there. So right here you can see it's hooked up. This actually goes up and then through where the hood release goes through. And that actually is going through the firewall. So that goes right through the firewall. And since we're doing a rig walk around, I'll go ahead and pop the hood and get a little bit more in depth there. So going to the front, go ahead and pop the hood here. You see I have a aux beam panel switch assembly right here. And inside of this switch assembly, you have a positive and negative. And each one of these, all you have to do is take your light, wire directly to one of these, and it will be automatically connected to one of those switches accordingly. So, and all you have to do with this thing is you have a positive, you got a negative on the terminals right here. All you have to do is go ahead and hook it up to the positive. You got one on the negative. And then down here you have an inline fuse as well. And if anything happens, it'll pop that fuse and you can go ahead and switch back on and off as well too. So really simple setup, makes everything a lot easier, and all your switches pretty much right by your knee. So, moment of truth. A lot of people keep on asking me how I mounted my light bar and how I mounted these fog lights. A lot of you might not like the answer to this, but I figured I'm going to be getting a new bumper anyways, so this is just temporary. I will be going up to a CBI bumper. These were drilled straight through. So if you can see down here, the mounting assembly goes right through this part of the panel. So what I did was ran a bolt straight through it after I drilled a hole, came up from underneath, so I undid all the backside to this, and I attached the self-locking nut on the backside, and they're pretty sturdy, as you can see. Did the same thing with the light bar right here. So I went ahead and drilled holes right behind here, so you can see how it's mounted. It went straight through, drilled straight through here, and attached a self-locking nut on the back side of this as well. Also forgot to mention, I have a awning right off the rear. It's pretty nice to have a awning right off the rear. I do have a CBI bumper coming with a double hitch gate, so it's going to have the tire mounted up here. When you open it, it's going to have a little kitchen pop out, so that way I can go ahead and drop this, have that down. I can have a cook area right here, can have my refrigerator right here as well. I think that's going to be a pretty nice setup for an outdoor kitchen, and just pretty quick setup then. Additionally, you can see I have the Alpha Tough Stuff tent. This is the 4-man tent, so I do have a family of 5. And we do have the annex room as well, so when this thing pops open, we can drop it off down to the side, and we have additional room down low and as well as up top. Thankfully, my kids are pretty small, and me and my wife are not the biggest at all, so all of us actually sleep up top up there. Pretty crazy, but it works. A little snug, but no complaints from us. All right, so here's my Pelican case. Just went and unlocked my padlock that I put on here. So these are pretty cool, pretty simple to use. You just push in this guy right here, flips right up, and you do that to all of them. Let's see how many there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 total. I'm having to tiptoe a little bit here. I'm not exactly the tallest guy in the world. All right, so just went ahead and opened up the Pelican case. As you can see, just installed this thing, so I don't have everything inside yet. I have a set of Rhino recovery straps, actually. Pretty good. I've used them a few times already. Not recovering myself, actually. Helping some buddies get out of the snow. It was pretty useful, and actually went out and helped some people and helped recover some of their vehicles as well. But definitely awesome case. It does need some hydraulics, as you can see. There are no hydraulics here, so it's kind of just freestanding. Might install the hydraulics, or I actually might just install a strap that doesn't allow this to open up and fall all the way back. Straps would probably be much cheaper. Hydraulics will look cool, but going for usability, not for looks here. So that's that. So additionally, something to always carry. I have it's called a Survive Wear. So I have a Survive Wear first aid kit. Got a little flashlight here, ready accessible. This thing is a trauma kit. So it is not just your basic first aid kit. It does have forms of Quick Claw. It does have sanitary wipes, along with many other things, including knives, multi-tools, pliers. And you can see the thing just unfolds out pretty crazily. So it has literally a little bit of everything. You got glow sticks, you have your knife, you have a multi-tool here, you have a saw as well. You do have a wire saw, so it's not an actual saw. You have another flashlight inside this bag as well. You do have a whistle just in case. You have a survival bracelet as well. The list goes on. This thing's got ponchos. It has space blankets and everything. Definitely highly recommend carrying a first aid kit on you at all times if you are planning on going overlanding, off-roading, anything of the sort. It's actually just good to have something of the sort. Even if you're just driving around town, it's always good to have one of these. You never know when you need them. So my actual first mod were these LED lights, as you can see, nice bright blue kind of look to them. These were right off Amazon, pretty affordable. It's just plug and play. You pulled out the old ones, plug these ones in. That was the very first mod on the truck, because the 2021 ZR2s have these ridiculously dim lights that you can't even tell if they're on at night. So this was a huge upgrade. I do kind of get flash every once in a while because they are extremely bright. I've dialed them down and made them so they're aligned, so they're trying not to blind anyone out there. Lastly, I went with a shackle right here, so that way if I need to help recover anyone, they can go ahead and hook up right here, or if I need to be recovered myself, vice versa. It works both ways. A lot better to hook up from here than any other point on the truck if pulling from the back end. All right, so to give you an idea of how bright these lights are that I got, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you here. So these are just my normal headlights. So those are my normal headlights. These ones are, the next ones are gonna be just my fog lights. So here's the fog lights. So those are the fog lights, and with the headlights combined. Then if we go ahead and do light bar, that's the light bar. So just by itself, that's the light bar, off and on. And here we have the ditch lights. So you can see the side shooters, as I mentioned before, do shoot a little bit coming this way towards the cab, so that's why I angled them away. But it does give a decent shot over here. Let's wrap around to the front amber lights here. So those are the Raptor lights we got going on. And then also you can see that the grill glows inside of here. Those are both two different units, so I can go ahead and control the Raptor lights, or I can control the grill lights. I'll go ahead and shut down the Raptor lights and give everyone a look here. Let's see. And that is what the ZR2 looks like at nighttime. Now there are some units where that switch panel, they do have remotes for them. I decided not to go with that. I mean, it probably would be useful, but this one was just more affordable, and it's just something I went with. And there's the Raptor lights. So all these installations I've done by myself. Haven't had to take it to a shop anywhere or anything besides the maintenance, the regular oil changes and everything that come with the package for the vehicle.